Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Last time, on Shattered Ships, our pirate-themed campaign where we've been locked on land for so very long, our pirates were able to make it to Veritas, the headquarters of this mysterious group, solving the puzzle of the door, thereby proving the knowledge you have all gained, the questions that led you to understand Veritas' mission, but also to convince other members that you can be trusted, was also the lock for the door before you. The massive Warforged Titan that loomed over you during the battle was revealed to be the leader of Veritas as the battle came to a close. This very old, bent-over goblin kind of like cockpit opens and clambers down the side of the Warforged Titan before kind of getting to the bottom and cracking his back, stretching him. Well, all right. Seems like y'all found your way here. Not too bad. You even took out one of my soldiers. Bloat still breathing over there? And then Donkey, this furball, is kind of kneeling down, like, oh yeah, he's going to be all right. If you all want to proceed, you may. As just from the ground, the bullywug just kind of like raises a shaky hand with like a thumbs up while being tended to, signaling he's still alive. Well, y'all were kind enough to open the door. I can do you the honor, the privilege, I suppose the polite thing. My name is Grizzle, and I am the leader of this here party. Why don't we step into my study and we can chat a bit more, y'all? And like gestures to the door behind you as the keys were put into place. It began slowly spiraling and opening like a Zelda dungeon. Each piece opening it into a very like squat gray like office of sorts, very taverny. All the furniture looks like beat up a little bit, but fairly well taken care of. You get the sense that this has been cobbled together, maybe dragged through these tunnels. Some of the chairs look much, much older. Some look like they were carved in runes that have been worn smooth over time. And kind of over off in the corner is a very small desk with like a cushion behind it that appears to be the size of someone with Grizzle's stature. But instead, as he walks into his office, he kind of like walks through like the party like two and two, like doesn't really look back to see if anyone's following him, but kind of gestures through and sits over near like this big black potbelly stove that's in sort of like a conversation nook inside of his office. Feel free to have a seat. Y'all need to be fixed up or anything, Donkey can help out. If y'all just want to, if you're fucked up, Donkey will help, and if you want to get fucked up, that globe over there is a bar inside. And like gestures to like the bar near the doorway as like you guys start to funnel in.
Both would be so fucking great. I go over and take whatever is like the near fullest bottle and just
All right.
I will.
Come on in, youngins. Hey, you, do me a favor and bring me a little something too. I already sat down, so I want to get up.
Gestures to you, Kachi.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay, very good. Trigger, this is your one time?
Yeah, no, you have to be the person who does the talking. Don't get too drunk. And I'm going to take the big bottle from your hands, and I'm going to run away.
No.
And I will hand you a very tiny bottle of like a raspberry liqueur. And I'm like, you can have this.
This is a travel bottle.
Yeah.
You get these in an airport. It's not even like 2%.
As far as the
Mainly
lay
sugar.
of the land, how what does like the level of magical items seem here as far as like the regular base cash? Like have we
Ooh,
amassed a lot here?
yes.
Do we
Give
see
me a perception, arcana, or investigation. I'll say with advantage.
but investigation is probably the best. Yes, +5. 22.
Very nice. Inside here, you see like small, like magical devices kind of around. Doesn't seem like anything too like too unstable. There's not like +3 swords of slaying or anything on the walls gathered around here. It seems like, if anything else, it's been like more like magical items and more of an artificer like style. Things have been kind of cobbled together, like the residual magic from this like thing that we found was channeled into something else. That's what's heating up the potbelly stove. But if you walk into the room where there's like the desk on one side, conversation pit in the middle, there's a heavy table off to the right hand side if you walk into the room, and in that area you notice like, okay, I'm seeing some like arcane devices over here. There seems to be like some magical items at play, whether it's weapons. There's like some swords that look a little nicer. There's like a ranged like rifle or something that kind of has a little bit of a glow to it. It seems like there is an element of like collecting but not stockpiling necessarily.
Heard.
And as your
Right.
like your eyes kind of drift over in that direction, Gwen, you feel like a tap on your shoulder, and you just hear like heavy breathing behind you.
Y'all are really strong.
And the bullywug bloat taps on your shoulder.
All right, you all took me down. You seem kind of interested in that kind of stuff. As it would be an honor if one of y'all would take this as a reward for sort of besting me.
And he kind of like pulls him around his neck, like tied onto like this like neckerchief he has. He pulls off like this like a monocle on like a chain.
I don't have a monocle. Does anyone have their I'll take it.
I mean, I think you would look the most dashing in it.
Yeah, I think it would definitely cover up some like at least one of your sickly eyes.
Yes, and then this would honestly force me to give Kachi the Pearl of Power, so that could potentially be good.
Gwen, as you kind of like test it out and like hold it up to your eye, you like hold it up and look at like your friends, and you notice like almost like micro expressions. Like you see like, as you mentioned, like Pearl of Power, like Kachi's eyes narrow, like, wait, what? Like you're noticing more things that people may be trying to hide. These are finder's goggles. So you may add a D4 to your insight checks, along with some other benefits if you attune to this item.
Finder's goggles. Well, I'll definitely take those. Those sound fun for me. And then I will immediately give up this Pearl of Power that's... Oh, I actually haven't used this, but here you go.
An unused Pearl of Power can go to Kachi. The one you pulled from the mermaid's keep. As
This is like more like you were there anyways, and you've done such a good job at keeping us alive. I don't want to disrupt anything you have planned.
No, that's great. Thank you. I definitely didn't like it just because it was shiny for a moment. It's great.
As you all kind of file in. Now, I know y'all ain't the real Midnight Murmurs, but, I mean, you bested this team, so if you want to take it, no one's gonna stop you. To my knowledge, I don't remember recruiting anybody here, but... Grizzle kind of like leans forward and like flips, like almost like pulls like a notebook out and like flips through some things. Seems like I got a message from Bam at some point about some helpful individuals that were keen to assist. Wasn't sure about you because you did take out one confirmed team of mine, but y'all have certainly proven your worth here. If you had a real vendetta against me, I don't know if I'd be breathing right now. So,
Exactly.
what brings the four of you down to my neck of the underground?
As a show of faith, I'm going to put this up, and I'm actively going to fail. Just hold on. I do a new spell, get with like the dagger, but also just trying to attune to it. And I put up a zone of truth.
Sick. Yeah.
So yeah, 15-foot radius, 60-foot. 50-foot radius. But my name is Kachi Hootsie. I am actively trying to fail this. I want to be as truthful as possible in the coming conversation. And I currently mean you no harm.
Wait, who is in the zone of truth?
Yeah.
All of us in like this, like
All of us? Do we have to? pass
Because
the
it would be tightly packed. Yeah.
yeah. I'd say
We'll
you
put
would-
it off in the corner. Then we can like walk in and out of it.
in the
Yeah, that's
conversation
trustworthy.
pit.
Nothing built
That's
trust
okay.
like walking out of the zone of truth.
Yes. Grizzle caught. I'll say he's caught in the zone of truth as well. It's like almost just like, okay, the two of us, the extent, like at the ends of this. A natural like reflex happens as like Grizzle, like you almost like he like, okay, sees your hand on the pearl of power, immediately like connects it to like the hilt of your sword where like this glowing crystal is, realizes no, that's not where that's coming from, and like almost like listens and hears like the way that you shape like the air around you as you cast your bardic spells, and he just like as a reflex tries to save and gets a natural one. As not resisting the ability, not intending to lie, it is just resisting the spell. And as but you see that he doesn't like bristle or react, like,
Gotcha, Hootsie. A pleasure. As I said, I am Grizzle, and now you can trust that that is the truth. Been called that for most of my life. In my younger days, I may have once been called Grimble, but I think Grizzle suits me a bit better.
Grimble.
And
Grumble's a fine name. Grizzly's also a cool name. I mean, it adds to the aesthetic, I think.
it's descriptive. If you're the one sort of speaking out, are you the leader of this party, Kachi?
The current captain, because a previous captain gave up the role.
Willingly or were they killed?
They didn't. They weren't killed. They just didn't want the position anymore.
You almost find
They
yourselves in danger a whole lot.
Well, you live on the island as well, so you know that everything's not as it seems.
Kind of like shifts back. Thought there was something different about y'all. All right, boys. Donkey, where the hell are you? Bloat's breathing. You're fine. Donkey, show him.
Donkey comes in and is able to do. I'll just say he'll do a second level cure wounds just generally to everybody as a show of good faith once more. So anyone who needs it can add 12 hit points.
Thank you.
But Donkey comes in. Yeah, no problem, boss. And Donkey gestures to like his like long furbolg ears and gestures to like a piece of jewelry clipped onto one. And if you look around the room at the rest of the Midnight Symphony, Bait, the Knoll, also has like a matching earring. The necklace Bloat took the monocle off of has like a charm hanging down, and so does the Aarakocra eagle has it. And when Donkey holds it forward, you can see it is a purplish scale. So I take it y'all know what that is.
Do I know what that is?
Give me an insight check with your new goggles and add a D4.
Well, good. But yeah, that's good. 14.
Looks like a reptilian scale of some kind. You're vaguely recalling like the swirling like purplish storm that you all faced in a
Scales?
vision at some point. But yes, they are all wearing dragon scales.
From a battle or
The Knoll Bait starts laughing off in the corner as Rhyme like goes to the bar and grabs a bottle.
Yes, you could say that. That was mementos from the time we almost lost Bait. That's how he earned his name. He got swallowed by that thing. We had to pull him out.
Oh shit.
wow.
Yeah. So, as you said, things in this town ain't always exactly what they seem. That is not common knowledge. I'd wager that the total number of people who know that to be a fact ain't too many more people than those in this room right now. I knew Gilda a long time ago. Seems anybody who finds out the truth goes into hiding, or else they start to disappear. Vanish into shadow, if you get my drift. These four, stupid as they are,
And kind of like with it says it with a smile, like my stupid children.
thought they could climb over the mountains. Waited till a storm, climbed the peak, and nearly got swallowed for their efforts. Nearly would have froze to death in an avalanche if I didn't find them. And that's sort of where this all started. These old farts. Guess they ain't as old as me, though. We were the first members of this little group, I should say.
Shit. Okay. If you've known for so long, why haven't you just told people?
I have my suspicions as to what Gilda considers her horde. It ain't easy to turn a horde against its dragons. Odds are, I show my face to a member of what she considers to be her property. she gets a pinpoint on my location just like that. That's why we work in subtle ways. Veiled and mysteries, all of that. Weed out the people who aren't ready to hear the truth. As cursed cove, as scary as it can be, as much as you might not like being lied to, it's fairly safe, isn't it? For as long as you've been here, you've been attacked by pirates. You've been press ganged into the shattered enterprises. You really felt danger for your lives beyond the scope of being a curse breaker. The average citizen, they like her protection. But living even under a nice person, they're still oppressing you even if you don't know it.
Well, I think that's kind of why we have to seek you out more pressingly, because she has begun to attack her own horde in hopes to weed you out. One of your members.
Gonna shift back.
Okay.
Okay. Not a bad tactic. Can't say I blame her for it. It's a pretty good move. Really gets to the disadvantages of working in the shadows. It's hard to trust them. That's why, that was a pretty clever move on your part, Kachi, who's like picks up the drink again, like gesturing to like the magic thing all around. Which brings us sort of back to that idea of trust. Would you mind introducing me to your crew there?
Of course. This one over here, with monocle now, is Tesha Gwynn, archery expert, and most notably, what do you want to be? I'm like trying to what do we? Gotta make this seem cool. Espionage encounterer. Yeah, that sounds good.
Espionage encounterer, like
Yeah.
Spies run into them all the time.
I don't use this very often. I will use Mask of Many Faces to change myself to look like Grizzle before going back to like regular Gwen.
Bait just starts laughing in.
And the need I say more? Gwen. And the little one over there, that's Trigger.
I'm taller than
That's
you.
his name. Shut up. I'm the captain.
When I was a younger goblin, I probably may have towered over you. You don't know that?
Yeah, well, now we see what? Eye to chest.
That's not important.
I'm Trigger. Second mate, powder monkey, official lookout, sometimes cabin boy. I think I'm working my way up to being ship's navigator, but reading's real tough.
Europa puts like a hand on your shoulder, Trigger.
Like, yeah, he's coming along. The muscle, Europa, and Trigger and I work together to navigate.
I also draw fun pictures. If you would like something for your beautiful office here, I could make you perhaps a still life or a figure drawing. You, hyena boy, get naked for a second.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Great. That would be a 10.
Bait like turns his head, like, just assumes it was a joke.
You have to be still for me to do it. Never mind.
I appreciate that, all the honesty all around. In truth, you may not be officially a member of my crew, but you have been fairly effective, at least supporting, one or two of them. My espionage experts filled me in that you've been helping the Cerulean blasters are basically alive because of y'all. And you been looking out for them, something special.
We've grown endeared to Kettle, and so there's some personal stake as well.
Crimson Woods Fetzel. She's tough. I think I knew Crimson Wood washed up in this place before I sort of went underground, but never got a chance to meet her.
They've been nothing but kind to us since we got here. So
They ain't good allies then. I'm glad she found her way to us then.
well,
Her parents might have worked for Gilda for a time, but I think that's actually what got her in trouble.
Gilda likes having her toys, and she likes people knowing her secrets. Not a lot. She likes being betrayed even less. It's
And I think
dragon pride of some kind, or dwarven pride or something. Gilda comes from Cragland, not a dwarf herself, but she was raised amongst a lot of them.
I think it's that pride that's now put Kettle on.
Alan, and my end,
That
it looks
no
like,
one-
there we go. I think you did freeze for a second there, Alan, so we may have missed something.
No, good. Okay. If I do, please let me know. I saw that my video is going in and out.
Cool.
Just saying that Kettle is now being turned into a ploy to make sure that no one else will go against her, not even her most favored friends, families.
I mean,
feels like this is a turning point in some ways because Kettle represents so much innocence to a lot of the town that if Kettle is executed by the town, it means anyone could be found guilty.
that's
So
true.
we need to make sure that Kettle is safe, and I think you as well have interest in that.
Well, it would, outside of you, not necessarily outside of Kettle itself, feels to me like, that's the kind of thing that Gilda would do if she was desperate. Which means y'all have her scared, or she might suspect you know something. Usually her first move is to try to befriend the person getting close, so she can sort of deflect them in the other direction. Second move is usually to frame or make them disappear. So y'all are still breathing, so it means you're smarter than most.
Well, you already said, though, that it's about the idea of possession, which is weird, right? I mean, like, nobody asked the gold who the gold belongs to. But if Gilda doesn't see us as part of the Horde, which I would assume she doesn't because she's not bearing down on you right now, that means that we're already on the outside. And that means that we're probably next.
Potentially. Tell me, little one, Trigger. You familiar with the phrase, you always want what you can't have?
Oh, sure. At dinner all the time, I get hardtack, and nobody really liked hardtack. So I'd always have my eyes set on what the captain was having. But most of the time, what the captain was having was flesh. Could have been human. It could have been other types of flesh. You don't really know.
Did you say you had heart attack?
Hardtack.
Hardtack.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Actually, it's funny that you should say that. Hardtack was what caused a heart attack from one of the pirates on the ship. It's really like you'd think that all of that this sort of. Never mind.
Also, this is not me. I do not eat flesh. Oh, Captain.
Captain?
Oh, yeah. I've had a couple captains. I've had Kachi. I've had Gwen. Gwen. While we're in the zone of truth, I just don't think Gwen was cut out for me. And then I have my other captain, the Cyclops.
That brings us to another point there, Trigger. May have to circle back to it. But
I love circles.
the challenge. I see that's how you started off drawing bait there. You start with circles. It's
Yeah, most
advanced.
things are actually just made up of circles.
You
Yeah.
shapes, you stick them together. So Gilda is powerful. Cursed Cove's powerful too. Gilda, in her dragon form, she creates a bunch of storms, creates a bunch of problems, creates issues that heroes can fix and feel like they matter to her. But that's one small piece of what she does during those storms. Second part is waging war. Not on the people inside the cove, but people trying to get in by force. That Cyclops fella, intel says, he's trying to get in. I don't love the idea of Cursed Cove being under the control of a greedy dragon. I like the idea of the Cyclops controlling the cove and what's in it even less.
Okay.
Cyclops is here because of why Gilda came here, why I came here, why that high mage came here. Cursed Cove hides a temple. Temple that's said to hold the secrets to living forever.
Is that why you look so old?
Yeah.
Yeah, you found it?
Ooh, I wish I had. I'd still be taller than you, little one. I know. I am alive because of 100 different concoctions keeping my body going. Mine's as sharp as ever, though. No. This particular power was only used one time that history books can remember. The Triad, the three pirates who reshaped the world, they once stood in this very cove. That's a power that drew those three together, brought them here. It's a power that still speaks to a whole lot of pirates out there. And most of them don't have the civility, common sense of Nico Stiletto, Oates Galloway, and the Master. I had the hubris to think that I could find and utilize that sort of thing before. Now I'm not so sure I want it. I know
But-
Gilda has seen the truth. Whether she's used it or figured out how yet, I'm not sure.
But the Triad didn't succeed in using it. They failed. They died.
It blew up the entire northern continent along with them. Well, there are still some who think themselves more powerful than those figureheads. They think they have the power to wield such things. Cyclops is one of them. I suspect Gilda might be as well.
Did you say that Gilda's seen it? Or she has not. She
built,
just wants it.
She built a castle on top of it.
We
So shocking, it froze Bobby.
I know.
Like, well, so is it sealed? What's the deal? Can we just sink the island and, like, just go away? Kind of miss being on the ocean.
Well, there are many who do. It is my hope. Your spell's still going off, Kachi, so you know this is the truth. It is my hope to oust Gilda Deepmaw, pull back her barriers a bit, so if anyone wishes to run away, they can. It's my intention to live a quiet life and die right here in Cursed Cove. I just don't want to do so under a dragon tyrant. But the complicated piece is you can't just sneak in and kill Gilda in her sleep, because then the Cyclops burns this all to the ground. The only way to free this place, to protect this place, is to take out Gilda and have somebody else take over the protection of Cursed Cove. Crescent Cove. Protecting its people, protecting the temple, and keeping would-be gods from using it for evil. That is, it's already happened one too many times.
Now, can anyone protect the cove? Or do they have to be living and, here?
Should the leader be a representative of someone who lives here? Should it be an elected official from a foreign nation? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm thinking of...
You're going to throw a
Violet.
sibling of yours in charge of Crescent Cove?
No, I'm thinking of Violet in the mirror.
Well,
Because
we're going to
she
get her
can't leave.
out of the mirror.
Can we get her out of the mirror?
I don't know. Should we pull a Halston and bring, pick someone that we haven't even met to lead this after we leave?
This would make a good grove.
In theory,
Or-
anybody could sort of take over. The stronger their connection to this place, I would say the stronger their ability to protect it. But there's no reason why one person has to share that power. If they had trusted allies, if they had friends, if they had family, if they had people
The
there
Crimson
to...
Wood Svetzels!
They're a whole family.
Your
The
friend,
whole family!
your friend who's getting arrested?
Yeah.
Arrested in
Most
jail.
public officials should have served time at some point.
Look, kid's got some good ideas. I mean, family's not bad. Gives us a chance to cover each other's
Meredith
backs.
and Skipshot, they've been here for like hundreds of years. And
Yes,
it's really
would you
unclear, actually.
rest easy knowing Marilyn's in charge? I could.
She's pretty great, and she's got a lot of other people that work to keep the world safe in general. So it's like, I feel like she would take this one on pretty well.
Having someone in charge with connections to the outside world ain't a bad thing. It hasn't happened in Cursed Cove for some time, but could be good.
I think she could
Oh,
be back.
and
by
we should
the-
make one of the dryads.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, what if we had a council with the Dryads and the Svetzel,
Council ain't a
Crimsonwood Svetzel?
council ain't a bad move. Checks and balances, that
Or
sort
maybe a
of thing.
mermaid.
Mermaid.
Yeah, I have a mermaid girlfriend. I think she would be really good on the council.
Well, look at you.
This isn't about nepotism.
Right, sorry. I just thought it would be good if we had just had like one of all the elements, you know?
I think if it's a mermaid, it's Neptunism.
Oh, fair enough, Grizzle.
Roman gods confirmed.
But yeah, so it's easy to think about the end point, but how is it you get there? So working in the shadows, the downside is it's hard to amass resources and that sort of thing. I've got people stashed away, got a few teams left that are strong enough to play a role. I'd say the Cerulean Blasters have a lot of enthusiasm, but I'm not going to count them as a strong faction if it comes to fighting a dragon and a demon of the sea. We got these old farts here, Midnight Symphony. Alongside with me, they're pretty formidable. We got Sapphire Pricks. They live out in the woods in the south. A bunch of archers, hunters, that sort of thing. Good at living off the land, good at staying in the shadows. They'll come if we call. And we got Turquoise Whisper. It's a couple of rogues that work in the shadow. Bam used to be a part of them before he asked to sort of move himself around. As far as experience goes, those are the most experienced parties. Turquoise Whisper also has a few artillery cannons stashed around Cursed Cove.
Right.
I would really like to be able to count for you, whatever you call yourselves, in with that ally, with those allies as well, along with these Crimson Woods Fetzels, if you trust them too.
I think
And Lester.
and Lester, yeah.
Oh, and my orphans.
Lester Moore? He's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, your people tried to steal the crown from him so that he got old and enfeebled, and that was really asshole-ish, but we got it back. And he used to do necromancy, but he's not a bad dude.
He's been old and enfeebled ever since he helped
Hey,
hide
not
me.
too much on him.
No,
Wait until
he's the one who made sure that everybody thought I died. The reason he's weak is because Gilda didn't like that.
oh,
I assumed that she'd killed him for it. I wouldn't say
she
we were
just-
friends by any means, but at the time, he was a dangerous fella.
she didn't kill him, but she did take all of his memories and take his whole personality and kind of kept him enfeebled for the last however many years.
For a wizard, that's about the same thing.
Yeah.
So what's
I
the
think
game plan for us? We go to the trial, we lose the trial, we wait till Kettle's about to be murdered, and then we all jump out of the bush?
This Kettle, you said her name was, she's important to you. No. You focus on that. You get her safe. She's going to trial. Trials aren't conducted by Gilda. She won't really have a piece to play in that part. So there's a chance that you guys can sort of get her off. As corrupt as it may be, there's going to be loopholes somewhere. Wouldn't call myself a lawyer, but I like rules and such. Step 1A, if she does get sort of condemned, punished, put to death, that sort of thing, you break your friend out. Like where this plan is headed, where my vision is headed, that's low on the list of crimes you're about to commit against Gilda Deepmaw, because after that, gotta take the fight to her. If she knew I was around, I reckon it'd make her mad enough to get sloppy. I know she suspects it. She's sent people to kill me before. What they found was a big hunk of metal and no evidence of Grizzle. Y'all the first to approach with perhaps maybe ill intent, but, y'all impress me.
Not really ill intent. More of we need clarifying answers
Yeah.
because everything on the island is fucked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if any of y'all had pulled a weapon on me, I could flood this place with poison in a second.
Oh,
Either, yeah.
Yeah.
good backup.
Old chestnut. The only holdup I have with you and your crew and in the Veritas, you have a rogue agent, Onyx. He was with Kettle's group and is now no one can find him.
Onyx. Ram, name's familiar. We haven't had any connections or reports from anybody for the Cerulean Blasters for a while, have we? Ram, no, we have no. I believe the name is familiar for that reason, but we have not seen them or had connections. But we can perhaps get the Turquoise Whisper to keep an eye out for him or something. Having a traitor is not usually something that we have for long. If you get our drift, it usually ends with murder.
Murder. Sorry,
Your accent is just
The
so
oncoming of it all.
Yeah.
I could not remember if the rhyme of the ancient mariner was a Spanish fable or not, but that is where it went. That is where he gets his name.
So, and your ideal timeline here. How soon you want to cause an uprising?
Well, I know there's reports that when Gilda's in control, the storms are very regular. They've gotten a bit more erratic, which is why I suspected there was something fishy going on. Typically, the next storm ain't supposed to happen for about a week or so. Knowing that Gilda's a bit off kilter, that could mean this last one was just a fluke. Another one's going to happen soon at the right time, right place, or could be less predictable. But my gold is on. We got about a week left. Of course, if there's an issue, you could prolong it another month, wait for the next storm, but if she's beginning to suspect you lot, not a guarantee you'll survive till the next one.
If we need to rattle her, is there any... Do you have like a wax seal or something? I'm wondering if we can claim that we received a message that says like, Grizzle will return, Glinda's days are done, or something like that. And we can say that we were investigating near the forest, and archers fired these arrows at it that had these letters on them.
Hey kid, show me that picture of bait.
Oh, sure. I kind of missed the chiaroscura of it all. But here you go.
Give me a sleight of hand with advantage. I forget. Are you proficient with sleight of hand? Give me like a dexterity-based skill that you're proficient with.
With whatever my thing is now.
You should be. You're proficient with painter supplies, basically.
Right, and it's like we decided that any. Well, both of those were not very good. 13.
No, but there is something.
Sorry,
there.
I got a little distracted. This rum is really good.
It's pretty, have you finished it?
What? No, I finished the first one. This one I'm still working on.
Well, damn. Okay. I mean, what we could do is, your little friend here is good with art. Nothing scarier than knowing the secret, right? When you're sober, that's right. So maybe you just need to close your eyes, take a little nap or something for you. I got books and stuff, schematics of sorts. If we could supply those to Trigger, you could sort of draw a message hinting at a dragon, the truth, Grizzle, that sort of thing, with some Veritas imagery and things. Wouldn't be out of the question if the sapphire pricks wrapped it around some arrows and fired them at you. We got some of those? Yeah, the blue ones? Yeah. Rhyme kind of goes off to collect something. Not a bad plan, Gwen.
I just think if we need Gilda on edge, we don't have to be the ones that even discover these. We just could just like...
You could leave them somewhere.
Yeah, right.
What if we left him in the trial tomorrow for people to discover, and it's like an accident, or like they ran from the ceiling or something? And you're like, oh.
It would be crazy if in the middle of the trial papers fell from the ceiling. Like,
Wouldn't that be?
Would that make it harder to get your friend off innocent, though?
Well, maybe the chaos would cause.
Last ditch.
All I'm saying is we're not. I don't know the next time that we're gonna
away,
have,
I guess.
I don't know the next time we're gonna have such a what do you call it? Like a public forum to tell people about this stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
It's true.
Will be there.
It could be a last effort, and at that point, if things are going correctly, a message into his mind. I could message one of your people, and it could be Veritas saving one of their own.
Yeah, high risk, high reward move potentially there, because
Yeah.
it really does throw the room. But
And even if it's sort of a distraction of sorts, Gwen, you can do that face swap and magic swap with Kettle if you need to or something, right?
oh, and be taken instead of Kettle.
I mean, my gut says that you might be a little stronger than she is, just in case you had to sneak your way out.
That is true. I wouldn't have a way to switch Kettle though, so there would just be two Kettles.
Ah, so less helpful.
Unless someone else saved Kettle.
But a solid plan to get Gilda on her hackles. What I would suggest is, of course, fixate on finding your friend, saving your friend for now. That seems important to the overall plan later. When it comes time, let's say we get Gilda good and rattled, we bait her out. Bait kind of like snaps his head over. Yeah, I learned something from you after all. Me and these old farts lure her out some way. The important thing, the most important thing before we can even take her out, is to disrupt her connection to her horde. A small group could sneak into her keep and sever that connection. That might be the best place for the four of y'all, the three of y'all, for however many friends you got.
Would it be better then to do that, then reveal, and make it look like Grizzle was involved with that?
Once you sever that connection, she's gonna know it. That's sort of step one. We distract the dragon while y'all break the connection. Because if you don't do that swiftly, the dragon might be coming for y'all. That being said, that leaves the Cyclops to deal with as well. That could be where the Turquoise Whispers come in, that group of robes with some artillery. Turquoise Whisper, Sapphire Pricks, hold off Cyclops. Me and these boys hold off Gilda. Y'all break that connection. And we just hope that we last long enough to give you guys time to bring her to a weaker state.
I also suggest if we want this council to take over as soon as possible so that Cyclops doesn't immediately decimate us, could we send some of your more trustful sneaky, because we don't want Arumi getting word of this out in the woods, going to the Dryads, but also talking to some of the mermaids and seeing if we can't garner some sort of pre-council structure.
Bloat can If you can give me a general sense where these mermaids are, bloke can talk to them. I can get word to the dryads.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've been a pretty bad boyfriend, and I don't think I was really listening with my real listening ears. She did say that she wanted to go take a long extended trip to her family's legacy home, which would be outside our boundaries. I promise to be better as a boyfriend from now on.
That's admirable.
Yeah, the first mark is admitting. So
Yeah. So
Kachi, have you been in any relationships?
not really.
Nice. You're in the dumb truth, so I know.
So things might move pretty quickly. If you take Gilda out, having enough people on your side to stand up against the Cyclops is going to be part 2. If Kachi, the captain of this crew, y'all got a ship?
We do. It's at the bottom of the ocean.
Actively being worked on by a person, though.
By the mermaids?
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's by a person who kind of looks like me. Not to be racist.
All right. Well, while Gilda is gone, before that, as that council is kind of being put in place, would be the easiest time for people who are looking to leave to go.
Yeah.
They may have to try to outrun the Cyclops as they do it, but y'all got a ship. Hope it's a fast one. Y'all be okay.
Understood. Hopefully that ship will be
Done.
fixed sooner than we expected. I should say another thing about the dryads is that they kind of had to go into a super hibernation so that Gilda didn't have access. Well, I think it was at the time, so you didn't have access to your older dryad. I don't know, what were they? Just like not automatons,
They're
but
the corpses.
yeah, the corpses.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, I thought I was recycling. I thought dryads would like that.
I think it was less of them. I mean, at the time, it was a thing too against Gilda, but we needed to help the dryads, and that was the best thing to keep them.
No, I mean, dryads are good allies. That's why I sort of wanted to use them without putting them in danger. Perhaps I should have talked to them about it or something. But the tech that I use for them, I could use it for you. I could use it for you three. Make you a little powerful for a short amount of time.
That would help us in the break through the house portion, I'm sure.
That's true. The exoskeletons will power you up for a little bit.
Exoskeleton. Yeah. So we gotta wake up the dryads. Oh, God. Man, this is so much stuff.
Well, waking up the dry. I mean, if I can get a message
Well,
to
we
them.
probably want their help. They
yeah.
said that we could reach out to them through the... we have a way. We have
All
a
right.
way.
But it'd probably be nicer coming from you than from me.
Yeah, we're the ones who told him to go the fuck to sleep. So wake up. So even if we elect this council, it seems as though the power to protect this place is still operated by a single person.
It's for the most part, it's tied to a single person. The power of excuse me, the power of the temple that Gilda built that castle on top of. It empowers people, empowers their leader. It's not really designed for someone to hold on to for hundreds of years. It's meant to be a responsibility that's passed from person to person, not something that is hoarded, to use a poignant word. The reason dragons tend to skew towards selfishness, collection, hoarding things away, Gilda found herself in the perfect position to make her condition worse. She was always a bit power hungry. I don't think anybody that seeks out looking for a way to live forever is immune from that, myself included. The right person can lead, pass it on. Next person leads, passes it on. That keeps it in a far kinder place.
And what's kept her from going after that? So it seems as though it's like the power of the temple is to protect the temple from everything, to protect it from the outside world. That's what is current. But then that's not the same as the immortality thing, right?
The temple holds temple is the last step in a process that can bring you to immortality.
And why has she not tried?
She either doesn't have the pieces or she's scared. I myself never brought those pieces together, so I'm not sure. But the last people who did certainly didn't work out the way they intended, at least as far as history tells it.
So this can't be done quickly. I was hoping we could do this at the trial. It seems like this is going to take a while again.
Why can't we? I mean,
once it starts, it happens quick.
All we need is a bunch of people to rise up. We know that she's a dragon. We have all of these different weird allies who could all come together. This could happen. We could do it right. We could do it tomorrow.
Okay.
We just have certain elements that we're not positive we'll have on time. A ship, but it doesn't matter if we have our ship ready or not. If we can continue the protections by giving it to one person, I don't care who does it, as long as somebody's willing to step up. It could be Grizzle. I mean, it probably shouldn't be Grizzle, like public image and stuff. I'm sorry, buddy. You're probably not the most popular.
Well, no, when you're ready to die, or you're ready to make your run.
I'm very old. There is something tempting about wielding that power. Maybe a bit of a poeticness to taking it from the person who I've been hiding from, but magic's in place. There's better people than me.
Okay.
To me, there's just no better choice than Marilyn.
Kachi is muted, but I think
I think a few things are gonna have to. I agree that it could be Marilyn, but we gotta talk to them first. You gotta let them know. They can't just be like, "Hey, you have this power now. Good luck protecting the cove." Because we gotta make sure that if we need to, we're gonna be prepared to protect the cove until our ship is ready, or until whoever can take over. Because the Dryad said them waking up is gonna also take a time. I think first step, obviously, we have this trial tomorrow. I think the least we can do is create a sense of unrest for Gilda. Either that people know, or that her horde is becoming separate from her.
Right.
But as you said, Grizzle, if we do that, then things are going to be expedited, and we're going to have to take on a dragon sooner than we want.
It's, at the end point of that maze is a very dragon-shaped doorway.
Wait, we have another maze?
Metaphorical.
Goes in tight. Okay.
Speaking of, you don't happen to be in possession of a weird mirror shard, do you?
Yeah.
Yes?
Say yes?
Yeah. Yeah, the witch's walk.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have that?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
We have that.
Oh man.
You want to let Gwen? Do you want to ask?
That's a nat 20. So I don't know what you're talking about, Trigger.
I never doubted. I never doubted. I
I-
didn't even pick up a die.
I open. You step in the circle of truth and say it again. Never doubted. You never
My
doubted.
advantage was an 18, so that's still a 23.
Okay, the DC was 25, so you needed the nat
That's
20. He like almost like he kind of like brushes down like his like jacket pocket as you ask that. Like,
For a long time, I've held on to this. Protecting something that I don't understand a damn bit. I just saw something magical that I didn't want Gilda to use, didn't want Gilda to have. So I thought it gave me a leg up against her. In truth, found out the Witch's Walk was a way people a long time ago used to step from one place to the next. But I also learned using that Witch's Walk takes a toll. Like a physical one, like there's a cost associated. So, pulls it out. You can tell me you will be careful about using this. I give it to you. And kind of puts it on the table. I'll
When you
also
say
say
careful.
sometimes easy exits have the biggest consequences. Trying to use that Witch's Walk before you pull down Gilda's barriers would be a very bad idea.
You're literally about to give us an exoskeleton suit to like fight. So it's like, what's really the journey here, and what's the destination? You know.
I think mainly what I intend, the Witch's Walk, is to help someone who's been helping us right their own wrongs for the most part. I think, yeah, having it as a quick escape is great, but like that is something I don't understand, and I would say that truthfully.
If I had to envision in my mind, DM, how many pieces were left? Because Gilda has a piece still for us at the top of her keep, and this one. Do I feel like these? What?
Gilda gave you the piece
Oh, she did give it to us.
in good faith that you would kill Grizzle. This would be the last one.
Give me that.
Give me it.
With a nat 20,
so
he has
I-
placed it on the table ahead of giving it to you as a reward for helping him free Cursed Cove.
And we pay this mirror back with interest. Okay.
I don't mind that idea. Think of it as a transaction. I don't want to be the one. I don't need to be the person holding the power over Cursed Cove, but if there is a council, I wouldn't say no to a seat on it.
I say we do it tomorrow. I say I go in and I give the most brilliant legal defense that this island has ever seen. I say I lay out a case. What? What? Yeah, I've been studying the law. Have you not?
Oh.
Guys, I'm doing this pro bones. I'm ready.
Where are you getting moans from?
Is it not pro bono? Pro
Bait-
bono. Pro
Bait-
bono. I'm
Bait
doing
drools
pro
a little
bono.
bit.
Bait, I don't know you, but I don't like that look in your eye.
We all got to eat. And then when inevitably the system is rigged against me, and I've been, arguing against it for hours without food or water, and I collapse to the ground, that's when we flood the room with little sheets of paper that say, Grizzle will return, and chaos erupts, and then we kill a dragon. Thoughts?
I think it's very important we think about Kettle's life. You know?
Almost
And
in,
what's
That's for
like,
Kettle.
in response to Gwyn kind of saying this, the locket on your chest, Kachi, glows a little bit. The promise to Marilyn being that no harm will come to her daughter.
Look at me.
Keep saying that. The locket likes it.
I don't want to not think that you couldn't succeed, Trigger. Because I believe that there is a world where you do well explaining.
You can just leave the circle. It's okay. You don't have to. It's all right. You can.
But do we think you're the best foot forward? Maybe.
Do you want it to? Do you want it to be you?
No.
You're really good with words.
Well, I don't know law, and I know she's guilty, which is fine. Like, I can lie, but
She's not guilty.
well, she's not guilty, but
You killed Bam.
allegedly.
You're
We all
in,
know.
in the
it
circle
was
right now. Tell me that you think that
Storm.
you didn't
We
kill
know it was
Bam.
Gilda. We know it was really something else, something beyond me, something more bigger than me.
Wasn't
I
technically
didn't do
Gwyn. Didn't do the killing.
We use the god of death as an excuse. That's kind of an alibi.
Do you want me to just reference? You just want us to be like, hey, so we're close with Nico Stiletto, you know?
I'm not saying you gotta say that you're close. You just gotta be like,
Well, I'm closer than Gwyn. I've almost died more times, so
but
I'm
have they
closer to death right now, and I'm healthy.
All of the Midnight Symphony look at each other like, are these the... They're bragging about how much they've died. Like, these are the guys?
I
We're not
just
afraid
take
of death.
Thank you very much. I almost died today, but I didn't. Regardless, we need to come up with a solid case, and we're gonna do that with Marilyn.
Yeah, we need to brainstorm.
Yeah, Grizzle, this has been more than enlightening.
Yeah. I need to put the rum down and start the coffee.
You
Get
got
outta
a long
here.
night of
Admirable
Gentlemen,
switch.
it's time to get to work. And
We gotta
start
hit. Can we do a montage where we hit the books?
I want to do like extremely goofy movie where we're like working out but also reading.
Yes, absolutely. Goofy movie montage in preparation for the upcoming trial. Is the party, Grizzle would offer this as a safe haven for you all to like rest for the evening, as you haven't really done that for a while. Or would you like to head back to the House of Violets? Where is the party looking to go to prepare / long rest?
So Violets has a lot of books. We need Marilyn. I can get some orphans going on some shit.
Yeah, we have so many people we need to like touch base with before we go to bed and study and sleep.
Grizzle, I think we need how many hours till the trial?
I'm gonna roll just generally
We
to
got down
see.
here, like mid-afternoon, right?
Trial is at 11 p.m. and right now it is probably nearing midnight.
The trial is going to be at 11 p.m. at night?
Oh, sorry, 11 a.m. I rolled an 11.
Okay.
I was like, that's not
makes
really that helpful.
I was like,
So we missed it.
damn, Nocturnal ass town wants to see this kid get arrested at night.
Yeah,
This
everyone
kid's
wants to sleep in for the trial.
Welcome to Midnight Court, where we only do things in the dark.
It's Night Court.
Well,
I think that was a show. They spoofed it in 30 Rock.
All right.
okay,
So we have-
midnight. It's 11. We have 11 hours. We need at least 8 hours. So we have 3 hours to create a solid defense.
We need 8 hours. Trigger needs less.
So Trigger
That's
could
true.
be
True.
like message
Which means-
delivery.
Correct.
Europa
Or,
also only needs
you know-
4 hours.
Oh,
Europa is a moon elf,
Already.
so she uses moon elf changeling stats. So I've given her bits of both.
So wonderful. I can't
Thank you
believe
for
that
the
I'm
suggestion.
setting myself up to be the lawyer here.
Basically, been needed supervision for Trigger. Here's an elf.
Well, Trigger will know what to use the 4 hours on after we get our first hours worked out. So let's do what we have to do first.
yeah.
What is that?
My only thing before we leave here is we need, in case something happens tomorrow, we need people in place to perhaps facilitate, and like we need a signal for the group.
Yes, if things are going bad, whoever is in the trial will describe their steak cooked as well done.
You don't want to just cry out like,
and
No,
Who do
we
we
don't
serve?
want to announce this is the code word. We're in cahoots.
also, Donkey, give them the thing. Donkey comes back with like 3 like what looks almost like backpacks. These exoskeletons. So if you activate if someone activates one of those, I'll be able to detect it because it's something that I created. So if, similarly to your code word for those who are within earshot, if things go down and you need big plan to start going off, I'll get the turquoise whispers in place with the artillery tonight. So things go real bad, someone activates your suit, and we'll know to start firing on the town and try to draw Gilda away. Just so that you have an emergency exit. And they pass out. He has 3 exoskeletons to give to the 3 people in the party. I'll make a magical item for it in D&D Beyond, but the gist is it lasts for an hour. It gives you temporary hit points, +1 to your armor class, and you add an extra dice to any attack roll or spell based on the level. So, bow is normally a d8. You would roll 2d8 for damage. If you roll a first level spell, you add 1 dice. Second level spell, you add 2 dice. Third level spell, you would add 3 dice.
sick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
So,
Yeah, awesome.
using it to notify him that shit's going down is an emergency plan, because then your hour starts and you might not reach the apex of the battle during that time, but it would be a way to let Grizzle know.
Okay. Thank you for letting us potentially use this as a safe haven. We hopefully will be back here beyond tomorrow, but we have to go prep for Battle of Saving.
Of course. We've got all deactivate all the traps and such so that you have a much easier time getting back through this.
Thank you.
And just know my scanners will know you, so if you do need to find your way back for one reason or another, you should be able to just shortcut through the maze and you won't have to face any of those protections.
Okay.
I guess, out of curiosity, y'all were calling yourself the Midnight Murmurs. Is there a designation that y'all feel comfortable with? That one included? Not that you need to fall under my sort of naming conventions of sorts, but as sort of a code name, code reference of sorts.
We want to do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
Everyone roll initiative to see who gets to share their idea first.
That's actually D&D related. Good job, that.
19.
6. 6.
19.
19 from the two of you. Okay, roll off between Gwyn and Kachi.
17.
Seven, 17? Is it 17?
Net 20.
Oh.
All right, looks like we're sharing Kachi's
Say
perspective
exactly what I'm going to say.
first.
A little
So you
Kingdom
got
Hearts.
background. And that's when you need backups.
Ooh, when you walk away.
Sorry, guys. I'm diving into the heart now. So I think we should be called Celestial Protectors.
Blue? I thought we had to say a blue thing.
It is Celestial Blue.
Oh.
God, I don't know what it is
You know,
about the
that
time
very-
in my life that I'm currently in, but that's a very triggering word. And my name's Trigger, so that should tell you something. Okay, all right, Celestial Protectors. That's on the table.
Celestial Protectors. What do we got, Gwyn?
The lapis linchpins.
Oh, okay, that's pretty badass.
I don't-
What Europa came up with was lapis laceration.
Ooh.
Whoa.
But just very funny that we thought of the same blue.
Lapis. Yeah.
Yeah, lapis lazuli.
Lapis Lazuli.
Lazuli? Lapis lazuli.
Linchpins.
I think it's Lazuli.
Oh.
Lapis.
Oh, lapis lazuli.
If it's Lazuli, I'm cold.
I always said lapis lazuli. Is that correct?
I thought it was lapis
Lapis
lazuli.
Wait, what is this from? It's
It's a stone.
It's a semi-precious stone.
Yeah,
like a stone.
but Steven Universe I think
Okay.
calls it lapis lazuli.
Oh, lazuli.
Mine was the open skies.
Blue skies.
Open
sky blue.
skies, like sky blue, so it comes
Sky
at the
blue.
end. Open skies.
Yeah. The open skies.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
use sky for any. I didn't use sky blue.
Blue skies and sunshine guaranteed. Lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli.
That's a drag queen name.
Lapis lazuli. What's like, what is that? A game I just played. Lazuli and the laser, Lazuli and the laser. No, Lorelei and the laser eye. Not related. Just kidding.
Blue skies is funny.
Open skies?
Open skies.
Was it
Or
open?
do you want? It was open skies. Did you want it to be blue skies?
Well, I just feel like then it's like. I thought that's what you said. Sorry. That's what
Bobby really wanted blue skies.
open isn't blue. The
No, but-
assignment was a blue word in the thing.
Sky
right?
blue. Sky blue. What do you? Why do you get to put your word at the front?
Trigger's just dyslexic.
Fine. Do you want us to be the sky guys? We can be the sky guys.
Sky guys.
The sky guys.
But what about Europa?
I'm trying to come up with
Europa.
another one for Europa because you took last.
Europa's one of the guys.
Yeah.
Europa, you're kind of one of the guys. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't mean to like discredit your femininity. You are a beautiful woman and deserve to be cherished.
You also lived underground for hundreds of years.
It was like 70
Yeah,
years.
that's all. Let's just say something. You know, let's just say stuff. Okay. Did you have another one, Europa?
Ooh. Okay, I just came up with 2. The Oxford Saviors.
Where?
Okay, so confirm that Oxford is a place.
which creates an Oxford in the world somewhere. And
we need to save it. We need to save it.
And then simply Liberty. Liberty Blue,
Liberty.
but also Liberty being the word that...
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Those are the quick ones I came up with after Lapis was taken.
We can be open sky. I don't care what we.
Open sky feels like I'd say, because if you take out the dragon in the air, the skies are open
It'll
again.
be an open sky.
It gives you a sense of freedom.
It's how we sail. You know, like open skies. You know, the world is our oyster.
Why multiple open skies? We need plural.
I mean, if you want, we can just be open.
We
Sky.
are open sky. No, open skies. I get it.
Yeah, open skies feel
Or
nice.
open skies.
It would work the other way around. Sky open? No, open skies.
Open skies just works, and it's nice that like you guys like it's different from the other groups of Veritas.
Oh, that operating software, baby. That's
Codename OS.
code name OS.
Grizzle, as you guys kind of like,
Yes, open skies. That is a beautiful image to hold on to, isn't it? And with y'all with us now, feels like it's a whole lot closer than it once was. Alright, Midnight Symphony can help get you to somewhere safe. If you guys are looking to rest or plan, that's good. We'll keep my existence a secret for now, so I'll hang here just in case. But they'll get you back into town, smuggled in, and safe. Just let Rhyme know if you want us to get a message to someone, or to whomever you'd like us to reach out to. And we can sort of coordinate what we can.
Okay.
So is the party looking to go right to the House of Violets?
Okay, hear me out. We need to make sure that we can talk to Marilyn beforehand. Pesh, you and I have 3 hours before we need to go to bed.
Right.
I was thinking, I haven't talked to Nico yet, but I had that vision last time about her and her crew. However, I have another vision if we replace this mirror shard into the Witch's Walk. Should we contact Marilyn and then do the Witch's Walk while she's on her way over? She gets there, we plan, and then maybe tomorrow, sometime after, I can talk to Nico Stiletto. Try to.
Well, you should do everything before the trial.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, Marilyn, Mirror, Mischief.
Plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Mischief. Awesome. All right. Cool.
All right.
I'll do that. I'll do that before the trial. After going to bed, I'll try to leave like a 30-minute window after sleeping. Usually that 8 hours.
Why not before sleep?
Before sleep? You think before sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll work.
Why not?
Why not? Fair enough.
Do it soon. You're
That'll work.
scared.
I'll do it
It's
before.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right.
Excellent. Midnight Symphony is able to navigate you all through the tunnels to. I can change the map here to be Cursed Cove General. Except that something
We
went
would love for them. Before we leave, we'll tell Rhyme. Oh. Why do I only see Alan now?
Oh,
Oh,
you only see Alan?
Oh, that's okay.
Well,
We'll
look
figure
at
it
someone else.
out. I can only see Alan. Grid view. Great. Forever. Well, to contact the shooty people in the forest.
Yes.
The nice little roads. Do they have another connection point, or is it just our shooty people and our rogues? And then the rest of the structure of Veritas.
Yes. Their big contributing forces are Midnight Symphony, which is Rhyme's group, the Archers in the Forest, which is the Sapphire Pricks, and the Indigo Whisper, which is the Rogues, and they have the Artillery. So
right.
Rhyme will
all
get
of them,
the message to them.
To be ready within starting tomorrow for the next few days to be ready to mobilize, to get stuff to, like, we don't know when this is going to happen exactly.
It is true.
But stuff could start happening as early as tomorrow, around midday.
Hell yeah. Rhyme makes note of that as you guys are going through the tunnels and begins to prepare to send messages and get everyone on board.
While we're passing the tunnels, do we pass any tree roots?
Ooh. I would say I'm not even gonna make it be a roll. Like, Ivy was the one who got you all shortcutted into the area. So I'd say as you all are leaving, like back towards home, with people that Ivy doesn't recognize, like even in her slumber, like some of the roots on the walls kind of begin to like peel off, as if trying to like sense what is going on around all of you.
Take a nice little handful. Just go. Hey, tree friend.
Oh my god, like, who are those assholes with you? Like, who are
Okay,
they?
so you're never gonna believe this, but they're kind of not that big of assholes. I know. It's hard to believe, especially because they've totally used the corpses of your people in the past.
Yeah.
However, we've told them that is uncouth. I know, we don't like that. And they kind of thought they were doing it out of a place of like, oh, we're respecting culture. I think that they were using it as a convenience, but honestly, there's no such thing as ethical consumerism under capitalism, so it's really just tough. Anyways, I was hoping that you would be down for a little wake-up, Kiki. How you guys feeling? You guys want to get up anything soon?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Hey! What's that? Natural 20.
Ooh, very good. The druids consider you all allies, so the DC was very low anyways. Oh my god, it sounds like you've got a plan, Trigger. You are a wild card.
That's me, such a wild card. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. The plan is very unfirm. Super, like, you know how soil is? Soft. That one. We don't got much of a plan, but we know that shit's gonna start going haywire in the next like
You're
day
speaking
or so.
our language. Okay, so I know that like Gilda's got all these like robots and stuff, which is basically what your new friends were turning us into. We should be able to slow them down if you want us to.
Slowing sounds like such a good idea. Now, do you feel like you can like preemptively do that and not give that away, or it has to be like a spontaneous kind of thing? Like we need to let you know, like, okay, we need some slow stuff now.
We should be able to sense when things are going down, and we can just maybe some strategic roots and vines, trip some guard robots, and hold them in place, and all that kind of stuff.
I've always been an ocean person, but you make me more of a forest dude every day.
You're always welcome.
Oh, thanks. No, I'm good. I appreciate it. I have a girlfriend. Okay. All right.
Good
I'll
for
see you later.
you. Look at you.
Thanks. I don't know if she knows yet, but it's okay. Yeah. So you start waking up. Have a great little rest of your little beauty nap.
Yeah, we'll
and
get
we will
started.
talk
Like
soon.
5 more minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Of course. No, you can't rush perfection.
Perfect.
All right. Like, by the way, your knots are looking great. Okay.
You have a girlfriend. Stop.
Yes. Oh God. I think I might be a flirt. All right. Trees are on our side. We're good.
Dryads have been notified of the plan. Thanks to this connection with Ivy and the root systems of these tunnels. This conversation between Trigger and Ivy finishes up as you all make it to the well in the northern district, and you are able to exit the well. Rhyme stays below ground.
It would be not the smartest if I follow you to the surface. I will wait here. Feel free, if there are any last messages you need to be sent, we can send them, but if not, the future of Corset Cove is in your hands.
Oh wow, that was terrifying. Thank you. Good luck on your end. We got this, Rhyme.
Of course,
Yeah.
we will see each other in the fields of battle in no time. I look
May
forward
your
to
aim.
sharing a drink on the other side.
That we shall.
I have become more and more like Puss in Boots.
It suits you well. You should get a pair of boots.
That would be a interesting thought, but like you, Kachi, I have talents. I need them for now, but perhaps in time of peace, I can be the kind of Arakakra who wears boots.
Will be such a smart-looking Arakakra.
Ventures back down into the tunnels. Not an Owlin, no dark vision. Will just find his way back home.
Good luck. Okay. Trigger, you're the fastest. Do you want to go get Marilyn and then meet us at the house?
Sure. Is there anybody else you want me to round up? What was
Me-
that?
Me, a belch. I forgot to mute my microphone for us, so sorry.
Rolling. Yeah, is there anybody else? Do you want all the Crimson Woods vessels? Do you want just Maryland? Do you want anybody else?
I think Marilyn and her husband would be good.
Great. Yeah. Go to
Yeah.
getting married.
We could get
look
the,
this around.
Crew next door. We could put the sign up on the house to get if they want to come over.
Oh, the people who have been watching Yeah, sure. Okay, let me go get this. Let me get the skateboard from the garage.
Awesome. Before you go, wait.
Do I have time to wax the what?
Wax the board. It's a skateboard. You know, it's not a surfboard.
Yeah, but I wanted to do some sick grinding.
For your own good.
Okay, no, you're right. Don't hit the tricks. Just do the speed course. Gotcha.
Yes, speed course. Time is of the essence.
Okay, time me, and I go.
Nice.
But to go in, I have no way to time him. I don't have a watch.
No, Europa's just like 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. What are we doing?
You're looking slow to Trigger so that he looks, try to encourage.
That's nice.
50.
So Trigger runs ahead to gather the allies in preparation for making it to the House of Violets. in gathering your allies in the House of Violets. So on the way there, Trigger focused entirely on getting to the Forgotten Escape in time to grab Marilyn and Skipshot. Kachi, Europa, and Gwyn, as you make your way to the House of Violets, is the focus on looking out for your surroundings or staying undetected?
I would say you say, because I also think we could also get not Ember, what's his name, the blacksmith.
Scorch.
Like we should assemble our crew, be like, yo, this is what's happening tomorrow, we need to prepare. So I don't know if that more in lines with staying hidden or keeping a solid lookout.
I've been wanting to keep an eye out because there's allegedly an assassin still ready.
I'd say you are able to keep an eye out. Like, Gwyn can kind of focus on perception. If, Kachi, you want to duck into Scorch's blacksmith shop and, like, wake them up and bring them along, the tunnel that you went into to get to the Veritas is in the Northern District, which is near the Golden Hammer. So you're able to duck into Scorch's place.
What, are you here to kill me or something, friend?
No, you're not so lucky for that today. No, I need you to head to the House of Violets.
Yes. Where you are also, I follow you?
Yeah, you follow. Yeah, just follow us.
All right. Okay. That wasn't bad. Whatever. I'll catch up.
You rouse Scorch, not Kachi, Gwyn. Give me a perception check outside with a help action from Europa, who's also keeping watch outside with you.
23.
Very nice. The coast seems clear in the Northern District. You don't notice anyone kind of watching you. What you do notice is that there are more perhaps patrols happening that you haven't seen happen before. These like robotic like lizard folk automatons that you saw outside Gilda's keep. You and Europa kind of duck into the shadows as like a pair of them walk down like a main street very far away from the Golden Hammer. They don't seem to notice you, but you do notice that perhaps there is like official patrols happening where you haven't noticed those being a thing in the past.
Ooh. Interesting. If raise security. Is there any like? No. Good. Oh.
We all good?
Yeah, there's just
Kachi and Scorch come out of the blacksmith shop, no problem.
a lot of security in town.
Yeah, definitely more than usual.
Good trial tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, let's go quick though.
All right. Scorch, I know your normal is to be, representative of your shop, but we gotta kind of keep it on the down low before we get over.
Of course, I leave hammers inside. Make less noise that way.
Perfect. Thank you.
Only attention drawing is yours, Kachi. Focus, please.
Me?
Apparently.
I just all right.
Sneak into bedroom at night. Knock first.
Apologies.
Welcome, but what?
The door was open.
Sneaking through the tunnels, thanks to Europa and Gwyn, able to evade these patrols as you guys make your way south towards the Southern District, towards the House of Violets, no problem. Trigger, you make it to the Forgotten Escape. As you walk in, you see Skipshot behind the bar. Looks like he's cleaning. Looks like he's wrapping up for the evening. Like there really isn't anyone else, too many other people in the bar area here. You do see the elven fighter that fought alongside you guys before, whose name is something plus Ken, because in my mind it was just Ken. Yal-Ken. Yal-Ken is finishing up a drink and is starting to head upstairs, and as the last denizen of the people in the Forgotten Escape here, gives a nod to Skipshot and does an elvish bow, as he is very formal from the high elf city, to even you as a sea elf, as he's
no thanks. Hey, Skipshot.
Yeah. What's going on? You okay, Trigger? Normally you travel with your friends. You okay?
Yeah, decided I'm splitting up the band. I'm going solo. It's gonna be a lot better from here on out.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. No, I just wanted to talk to you. Is your wife
okay,
around?
I was about to say that we should adopt you or something. We have 3 kids, but hey, you're always welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm not an orphan, and please don't ever say something so insulting to me ever again. Yeah. Well, where's Mary? Where's Mary?
Oh, you need to talk to the old lady? I can go grab her. I think she was just wrapping stuff up to handling some stuff upstairs, but she'll be ready. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want maybe if I could just grab the two.
Absolutely. We're turning in soon. I'll grab her.
Yeah, Skipshot goes, grabs Marilyn, she comes down, says, returns, the elvish, farewell to Yal-Ken. It's oh, yes. Hi, elves.
And he leaves?
Yes. He, passes as he goes in.
High elves are so pretentious, aren't they, Trigger? I'm so sorry. Yes, what did you need, darling?
You guys free to come over to our place tonight? Kind of a big deal thing.
She rolls an insight check on you, Trigger, and picks up oh, this is real serious.
Yeah.
Yes. Skip, do you mind sending a message to Bash just to sort of he's in charge for the time being? Do you need just us?
Yeah, no, you guys are fine. Also, you guys aren't changelings right now, are you?
No. Is that a concern?
Yeah, there's one somewhere. It's okay. I'm sure it'll never come back to bite us. All right, let's go.
Oh, okay. So yes,
Skipshot, leave a message for Bash. Let's go. Trigger, you collect Marilyn and Skipshot. They easily follow you to the House of Violets. As you approach the House of Violets, off in the distance, Kachi, Scorch, Gwyn, and Europa are approaching. Kachi, you remembered your allies from the Royal Rumblers. Spider and Gilma, you leave a message for them. And by the time Bastion has tea made for everyone, they slink their way into the living room. The allies of the House of Violets gathered together for a meeting before the trial of Kettle Crimsonwood's Fetzel, which is where we'll pick up with next time on Shattered Ships.
Ooh. We love a planning session.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of lore.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote a lot down this session.